Hey folks, welcome to Pine Badger Outdoors. Today, me and Willie, we're hanging out in the old shop. It's not a fancy place, it's a working place. Now my dad was a tinkerer, and this was his. And now it's mine. But anyways, the point of my little video is I'll show you another one of my little hobbies besides the camping. I mean, I've always rode motorcycles my whole life. And the last few years, they seem to be sitting there under tarps, and you know, I ride them less and less and less. So anyways, when I was sick and I had the COVID, I had a little motorized bike kit that I had bought off eBay, or not eBay, I'm sorry, Amazon. And well, when I was sick, I had this bike delivered by my cousin Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, from Walmart. And I installed this little 80cc engine. And I've been tinkering and tinkering. And the frickin' little thing works pretty good, guys. I mean, I'm on my second tank of gas. I guess I got almost a gallon through it. And it works pretty good. There's a method to my madness. I had planned to build a mountain bike because I had watched, I think I mentioned it to you guys before, a channel. It's, I don't know, Cult Raven Outdoors or something like that. Anyways, he built one, and he used it to get out when he goes fishing and stuff like that. And he built an 80cc, and then he went down to a 49cc, because 49cc, I guess supposedly, basically it's what I would have called a moped when I was a kid. And anyways, it seemed to work out pretty good for him, so I just thought I'd do a little experiment. Like, this isn't the bike that I would use, this is the bike that I go get the mail with, and you know, I tinkered with it a little bit, and it actually is kind of surprising. Now, it's not like the videos on YouTube where you can buy a an engine kit for $100. It's up here where I live. It's I think that engine kit right there was, by the time I paid the tax, it was $231 for that kit. So, but the little bugger, it's funny because I've got motorcycles, and this thing makes me grin, and I tinker because it is a two-stroke, you know. The more you run it, the better it gets, but you got to use your head, you know, like when you break them in. And like I said, I'm not a motorized bicycle channel either, guys, no more than I am a gun channel, but it is, you know, it would be an outdoorsy thing. It gets you outdoors. So my plan is this winter, I'm going to find a mountain bike. Like, I'm not going to buy another new bike. Like, I'm going to scavenge a bike. My buddies have been rounding me up some used bicycles now that I tinker with these things. And I'm just going to build myself a mountain bike with a 100cc engine. And I want front suspension on the forks a bit because I'm an old dude. And I'll put a suspension post maybe in the seat. But yeah, that's my plan. I've been buying up a few parts, because the parts for these things, if you ever get into this hobby, like, there's tons of really good videos on YouTube. So basically, if you're not mechanically inclined, you can learn and keep these things running and buy parts. Like, you can buy a whole top head, two-piece head with the piston, the rings, gaskets for, I think, $37. I mean, that's just, it's crazy. But anyways, I just wanted to share another one of my little hobbies. I guess basically I only have two. It's pretty much this and tinkering on these little buggers and camping. And the last video I took Luke, and he had a good time. He kept thanking me, but I didn't do a closer on that video. Luke didn't bank his tent with leaves, so it was up about this high, and he left his two vents open, and he didn't put his tin foil plate in there. So, to say the least, he put in a cold night, because it was 0 that night. It did go to 0. And anyways, he just did a test the next morning, and he just banked it up quick, and he put that on and closed his vents, and it was just, you know, but, you know, live and learn, that's part of the lesson, you know. When it's 0, you're going to wake up in the morning. That's the point of. But there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Not that I'm a review channel in any sense of the thing, but I bought this little stand here for bicycles. Now this is supposed to be a medium duty. It's just a basic stand, but it's used for bicycles in general. But you can adjust it and all that. But the thing is, it's supposed to be an 85-pound rating on this thing, and this thing doesn't weigh no 85 pounds, and I have to use a small bit of tension. Like I don't use a lock, 'cause I don't want to But this is pretty heavy duty. It's just I need to do this to make it stay up a bit. And I just want to share that with you. And on this bike, by the way, guys, I did use, if you're into stumble upon this, I did use one of these, and I haven't had no issues. But like I said, this stays on the road, and I took off this coaster brake deal because you call it suicide, but I just installed this. I'm an old guy, and I drive it like an old guy. These here was on markdown from Walmart, so they don't recharge or anything like that. They just take batteries, but they do the trick. Oh yes, gotta have that. And this, it's all just El Cheapo stuff, but you know what? I just go to the mail with it. But yeah, I wanted to share that stand with you guys. I get sidetracked so bad, guys, but I would like to take a moment to thank my stepdaughter, Carrie, because she watched my video of the sleeping bags and she said I didn't have enough light. So she bought me a little present, and I guess it's called a ring light, and that's what the camera's in right now, guys, so I hope it helps. But I do got some old halogens and things on in here, but it's got these different settings on it, and it's not new to most of you guys. You're probably laughing at me because I'm explaining a ring light, but anyways, it's new to the Badger. He's, like I said, technically challenged, and thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. I use it. And I can use it in the bush. That's the cool thing, because it can go 110 or you just unplug it. And like right now I'm running it just off a little battery pack that I take in the bush with me. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, and I'd like to thank my subscribers. We're over 300 strong in the Great Badger Nation, guys. Thank you very much. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I mean? Share my videos, like spread the word. You know what I mean? We're on our way. And like I said, I said in the last camp video about the Badger Den. I got a 10-man Arctic bell tent, and it seems like I don't use it much anymore. So, and it's really good shape, this one. So that's going to be the Badger base camp. And Willie can come out and spend the night on a cot. Huh? He doesn't have to live like an animal, do you, bud? Because this is hard on Willie, guys. Like I told you before, it's hunting season. So that limits, and even me, I'll admit, like the backpack I use is tan, and I'm not saying anything because like I do carry guns. You guys seen them in my videos and things. Me personally, this is just me. Most times what you see, there's nothing in them. Like I'd have to dig for probably 10 minutes to get ammo. No, seriously, it's the way it is with me. But I'm going with a tan backpack, and I always try to wear like an orange toque or something. And I go so far as to take like a extra large hunting vest, like an El Cheapo. You buy the little cloth ones or whatever, and I'll put that with safety pins on my backpack before I put my backpack on. But I will admit, I never fully feel safe because, a lot of things happen. There's a lot of people out there with guns, whereas normally through the year there's not that many people trampling with guns, and accidents happen, and some people, there's not a lot of deer around, and when it gets to be deer season and things like that, well, Jesus, sometimes people see brown and they don't. Anyways, not knocking anybody or anything like that. It's just me So if you guys, you know, if the camp videos kind of slow down a bit, like the full camp ones, believe me, they will pick up. It's just, you know, I'm a creature of opportunity. And like I said, I don't have any intention, guys, of this winter doing little film or doing little videos of me building my bush bike, the Badger bush bike. No, I'm just hoping to build something that could basically get me where I need to go. You know, and I know it's not going to be a dirt bike because I do know what these things will do, but with the 100cc, I think it probably could do what I want it to do, and then I could just basically push this little bugger right into the forest, right to my camp. But, you know what I mean? I know it sounds silly, but it's just the way it is. You got to keep your things that close, anyways. So, anyways, guys, I will. The phone's ringing there on. I will get back to you guys when I get something else going in the way of a camp video of some sort. I don't know what's next on the agenda outside of the Badger Den, but that is going to happen when basically I get one good snow down and I know she's freeze up, like, because I don't want it to, like, you know, I know up here we get a lot of freezing rain and, you know, snow at the first, and that's where I have to kind of be careful with that thing because, you know, they're Arctic tents. They're not made for like big rains and things like that, so I don't want to destroy it, but I'm going to have it in a spot where, you know, I can get to it and tend it and make sure everything is good. But anyways, I will get back to you guys at a later date, and I just want to thank you guys so much. I really, really do appreciate the support that the channel's getting, and, you know, this is just something I wanted to share with you. It's kind of like, you know, the little Badger gun I did the thing on. It's just anything to do with the outdoors. I try to, you know, I do bring certain things into my channel because it gets you outdoors. And I'm a great believer in being outdoors, and I know it's hard right now, especially like where I live with this COVID business. But you know, out in the woods, you know, when you can get out in the woods, but I suppose hunting season, there's more people in the woods. But anyways, I'm doing my best to keep the channel regular, guys, and I had a little bit of issues getting that last camp video up, the one with me and Luke, for some reason or another, but I got it, but I did try to have it up for the weekend, but it just didn't work out. Today's Monday, and it was up this morning, so that was a nice trip. View was just awesome. So anyways, guys, until next time, keep on camping with the Badger. Thank you a lot, guys.